screwed up. Yeah. Yeah, I can turn you up.
He's loud as shit.
I don't know if you turn me up.
You sure? Okay, you're good. You're good. I'm ready to start whenever.
Cam!
Here, we just make sure that's recorded.
Just tell me, first record.
Just, what's about? There's
There's a little red one on the very side. It's very small. You'll probably miss it. I mean, it's fucking tiny, dude. See it? You fucked up camera.
I did, I moved the whole thing.
Where'd that idiot Cam go?
There's no red button.
It's like a real small button. Nobody get it? You see the very side.
It's on record.
Huh?
It's recording.
Oh, you sure?
5 minutes. It's been recording.
It's been recorded for 5 minutes?
Good extra stuff right there. All right.
Let's go behind the scenes.
Right. Say goodbye.
Yeah. Wait till David's ready.
Hey, thanks for leaving, Cam.
Well,
Is that recording?
Yeah. What, do you think I left you unprepared?
I don't know. We didn't start yet.
I might have changed it. Check it out. Make
Yeah.
it perfect. Make it perfect, pretty much.
Well, it's still good.
How do you usually start?
How do I start?
Yeah, how do you start the podcast?
It's intro.
He waits for me. Oh, you're driving, yeah, no, we'll just go around. We just bullshit. It's
Oh, okay.
We just put our headphones on.
Yeah, sometimes we-
All that stuff, come up with questions. And I do an intro with like a sponsor.
I'm really good at
And
the
then we'll go around. Yeah, then we just go off the fly.
Okay.
If we have like a
Do you have
regular
time
show, we usually have something written out. Time kind of follows a little script.
Yeah.
But
Today's script is just all over the fucking
right
place.
now,
But yeah, we've been bullshitting for 20 minutes. It's all been good. So we'll just keep it going. Do you have a time constraint though?
No,
You want to get out of
we're
here?
good.
Okay.
Whenever we're done, we're done.
Okay.
You got me all. Do what you need.
all right, we'll be here till Sunday morning. Hey,
think
Cam, go
it's
get a
time.
couple more cases of
I
beer,
think
brother.
they're gonna get tired of listening to our fucking asses talking.
Okay, you guys ready?
Ready?
3. Oh, shit, balls, fuck.
Damn it, Tom.
Easy fix.
3.
We are live. Okay, Carrots. No, we're not at Carrots Corner again.
We're in real world tacticals dungeon.
Jesus Christ, I don't even know the name of my fucking gym. Real World Strength and Fitness.
Oh, yeah.
Real World Strength and Fitness in Miami, FL. We're back in an office somewhere, some kind of office that I've only been a part of when they bring me in for security when all the cameers are up.
Right.
I've been in the back and like
guns and knives, AR-15s. We got stuff all over the place.
he does. I'm a little nervous.
I really do.
I feel at home.
Yeah, we are.
I appreciate you guys. Just want to say I appreciate all you guys coming out. It's been a blessing to have you guys come here to my gym. I told Dan Bell is with us here today, and I told him that next time he comes, he has to squat over 900 pounds in my gym if not, I don't want him here.
If you
And
don't squat over 900
you have to
pounds,
squat at least 800 pounds next
If you
time.
don't squat 4 times body weight, you gotta leave.
Yeah. You either come here to squat big numbers or I don't want you.
Yeah.
You gotta just drink beer while they're doing all the fun
I'll
stuff.
bench press 500 pounds and
Bench
take my
press.
clothes off again.
There you go.
Get into that.
Be good for the gym. Good promotion.
It is.
So talk to me guys, what do you want to know? Tell me what are the questions you want to ask me.
Well, first off, I want to know, number one question, why was I told right when I got here, Huck fan, rule number 1, no nudity. Rule number 2, no drinking on the carpet.
No drinking on the turf.
Why did those two?
Because the fucking turf is goddamn expensive. And I didn't want you to fuck it up with your beer.
What was-
Other than that, you can drink beer and spill beer in the entire fucking gym.
Hold on.
Other than my turf. Other than that, we're good. No, guys, I just
What was
I
the
just
nudity
had the re-grand opening to my gym 2 weeks ago. I renovated the entire bottom floor. My gym is 12,000 square feet. Has a bottom floor and a second floor. The second floor is all mixed martial arts. We teach here kickboxing, Muay Thai, boxing, Taekwondo, Jiu-Jitsu, and Capoeira. And then the bottom floor is all fitness. I wanted a gym that you're able to do. Any person that could come into the gym, whether you're a bodybuilder, powerlifter, or strength conditioning, and have a playhouse here. That in Miami.
You nailed it.
So
It's awesome.
shit.
It's all you have to get your name on everything. Everything's personal.
Get his name on a bar.
His name's on bars.
I'm so impressed.
Yeah, that's legit.
Real
Yeah,
World
yeah.
Tactical at the bar.
Got red
I
turf.
think that was the second thing I checked out. I was like, this bar is personalized?
I feel like I've never seen it
Just
like
so when
that.
you're benching 500 pounds, people see the motherfucking name on that.
That's fucking awesome. That's one thing I'm kind of jealous of.
It's a custom power bar, so you know I have it for the bench,
Awesome.
and then I have also Elite FTS in here for the competition benches, Sornex power rack, calibrated plates, power bars, squat bar, SSB bar, Duffalo bar, you name it. I try to have, my goal was to try to bring as much specialized stuff as I could to the gym for all the powerlifter guys, all my friends and people that I train with, as well as have strength conditioning, because I have a lot of UFC fighters that train here as well, MMA, mixed martial arts, so I have the turf. And then, of course, the machines for bodybuilding. You know, have all the, whatever body part you want to work at, we have a machine for that. We have isolateral stuff, pin loaded and plate loaded.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, and iron plates. I was big on that. I didn't want rubber plate. Yeah, I wanted iron.
I like that fucking clinging on the weights.
Yeah, it sounds like a real gym.
Yeah. Just not only that, but just people, you know how people are nowadays with the bullshit, fake weights, bullshit. You know? For the most part, if you have iron plates, they don't fuck with you. They, they understand.
Clinging, it just it sound reminds me of just like high school lifting, like everything. I mean, that's the real sound.
Yeah.
The clinging of the weights, the iron. Yeah, you know.
The gym, I would say like this, I've always liked the hardcore gyms. I've traveled the country, tons of gyms, Retro Flex and all those hardcore gyms. So I didn't want to lose that feel in my gym. We're the people that train me on a regular basis. We're like a community, a family, you know. And I didn't want to lose the hominess. So even though I brought new equipment in, because you know when you bring in new stuff, everybody's like, "Oh, this is two LA Fitnesses." You know, it feels like that. I didn't want it to lose that. You know,
a lot of fitness.
I wanted to be like still a homie gym. You know.
Yeah, I think the color scheme helps.
You like the color?
Like, you go to most gyms, it's all white.
Yeah.
It's white and black.
Yeah.
Here it's red, black, it stands out.
I love red and black.
Yeah.
White's really fucking cool. Like pops.
Oh, exactly.
I like red and black too.
I love
it's like
red and
my favorite scheme. Oh,
I wanted, for one thing, because there's a couple of gyms here in Miami that are a lot of red. That's just too much red. So I didn't want to be like the other ones. I was like, you know what, let's go black and then hits of red everywhere. You know, give it a little bit of love. The thing is here, this gym, it's a warehouse. So there's no windows. So there's no outside to inside. So we have to open the doors, you know, for the outside. And if you don't have some kind of color scheme or something, it's very it's like you feel like you're in a damn, really like a dungeon.
Right.
You know, you don't want it to feel that bad.
I like that dungeon atmosphere.
You know,
it's kind of like Jack Hardcore.
Yeah, Jack Hardcore
It was a little bit like that. With Ernie Franz's gym as well.
There's an old
We talked
mechanic
about that. That
shop.
was like the first thing we talked about. We walked in, we're like,
There's a couple of gyms, hardcore gyms from Illinois that was kind of like
where they're all closed in like that.
Yeah.
Well, Ernie Franz, like he was like the godfather.
He was
for a while.
Well, Ernie Franz invented a lot of stuff, but he didn't get recognition for it. He invented the monolift.
Way back in the day. Like,
He invented like all the equipped lifting, you know, with the suits and everything.
Yeah.
And I actually, my first competition ever when I was 17 years old was at Ernie Franz's gym.
Same here when I was 18. I bombed out, so I don't even say it was my first.
I benched like 370 pounds there.
And that was the beginning to what you are today.
That was the beginning. Well, then I went to college, then I played football, then I bombed out of that. 3 colleges, and then I, got to my own, then I started, competing again, and ever since, it just took off from there. But.
Of course.
And now you just drink beer for a living.
No, I love drinking beer. Yeah. Well, I am injured.
You drink beer and lift heavy shit for a living. And then there you go.
Well, that's what Pappy taught me, drink beer and bench press, build the chest, fuck the rest.
So what about you, man? You're like, fuck. He's got the chest guy, you're the squat guy, and then you have the everything guy here.
Total. You're the king.
You have the fucking tank over here.
Yeah.
So I have a question. So did you ever think when you started powerlifting that you would be, obviously now you're literally the strongest powerlifter in the world?
No.
Yeah.
Side note, you have Dan Bell mic'd up as well, again.
Did you ever think that?
Hold on, give another side note. Dan Bell has been drinking beer with me all morning. We did one podcast this morning. This is podcast number 2, and Dan is still drinking with me. We had to get more beer, reinforcements from Cowboy Cam back there. He had to stop the beer.
Also, we are brought to you by GeneralLeathercraft.com,
Oh, Jesus.
Pioneer Fit, and Joshua Brown Band.
Pioneer makes phenomenal belts, by the way, guys. I'm going to be another attestant to that.
Yeah.
Pioneer's been a good
I've been
job.
a
Great leather good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're
Pioneer
great.
sponsored this podcast.
Yeah.
Love Matt
He's
Hayes.
taking care of us. Matt's a great guy.
Been with Matt
my whole career,
since day
basically.
one. Yeah, since I started, 5-6 years ago, whatever, in the business.
Right.
We've been together ever since. So.
Yeah.
I would
Check
show
your shit
you.
out. Buy stuff.
For me, for the belts that I use, it's always been either Pioneer or Cardillo.
Yeah.
I know Cardillo's another guy that does
He's a
that.
big
I don't know Cardell very well.
Huh? You don't know him?
Not really. He's kind of a Florida guy, I think.
Yeah, he does a lot of those. He does a lot of
Those
like
Hulk Hogan
weird.
stuff.
He has his own property where he does like all those water jump
Yeah, I see that.
workouts.
I know what you're talking about. I just don't know.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. And I mean, I like his belts. Him and Pioneer to me are probably
It
the
looks
top.
like a quality product. I saw yours today.
Yeah. He does custom stuff as
Well,
well.
yours was custom too.
Yeah, it was
So I'm sure
custom,
there's
yeah.
some detail put
But
in
Matt
there.
Hayden's the best because he's
He is
on
the
the
best.
podcast.
Obviously, yes, Pioneer is number one. Yeah. Well, I gotta keep it real. I always gotta keep it real.
Hey, that's rule number one.
Matt would
Outfit. I always
appreciate-
keep it real.
Yeah,
No matter what.
yeah.
I'll say it like it is.
Yeah, Matt would appreciate that.
Yeah.
He's a cool guy.
And Matt, yeah, always.
Be authentic, be yourself.
But Matt also makes another product that Tom enjoys. Tom, what? Tell the
Leather
audience.
cock ring.
Yeah, Tom
Well,
has a
it's
leather
for my
cock
wife.
ring he uses for
Yeah,
Pioneer.
it's for my wife.
Yeah, it's she loves it.
That's how we got 3 kids.
Did you bring? Because we bring goods. If somebody's on our podcast, we have a goodie bag.
I got a
Did you
used
bring
one.
him the cock ring?
It's a used one. I do have one.
Used one. Damn it! What'd you give the Dan first?
That's, it slips right off him. We're gonna give it a tax.
Right off,
He
Dan.
looks like he has a bigger dick, so I'm gonna give it a tax.
God damn it, Dan!
Oh, that's gold.
This podcast went south real fast.
No, but back to your question.
Yeah.
When I originally started, I didn't expect that. I was just trying to beat my last number.
Yeah, that's always your
that's always
just going from one meet to another. And
Like, I've actually since November when I did the best total in the world, like I just thought it got more repetitive in my mind where I live my life 1 kilo at a time.
Yeah.
And I heard Brad Lilly say that probably 5 years ago, and it just stuck with me.
1 kilo at a time?
Exactly. Yeah, live my life 1 kilo at a time. So why would you not, think that way?
Yeah.
And so it's got me this far. So of course
Yeah.
I'm also the champions are seen not heard kind
Yeah.
of guy. So
Yeah.
like, I'm not just stay under the radar and not say shit, just do my thing.
yeah, you keep your head down and keep working.
Exactly. And I've also been kind of the blue collar where it's not a day job. Like I'm fine with it. And of course my day job gives me some lenience for what I do, and that makes it a big bonus. But I'm also good at my job.
Are you going to Kern? Is that
of
what you
course.
said? Going to Kern?
Yeah, definitely.
Are you planning on breaking your record there?
I'll be with 2607. That's the plan.
Okay.
But things have changed. Shit.
Yeah, obviously,
everything. I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow.
How old are you now then? How old are you?
33.
33? Oh, so you still got a good
Yeah.
decent.
Well, and I just started powerlifting when I was 27 too. So
Yeah.
like I was late in the game for age-wise. But it comes to the 30.
Yeah, but your strongest years are 37
Oh,
to
yeah.
39.
We had a
so.
test.
Yeah, I mean, that's when you started, right?
Yeah.
36?
Yeah, 36.
That's
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
You know.
What were your best numbers?
My best number.
Jim, me, both, whatever.
Jim. Okay, well, Jim. At my weight, which is 245 now, because in 2007, 2008, I was 265, and my deadlift was higher. I had a 730 something deadlift.
Damn.
Right now, and that was just me. Honestly, to be honest with you, in that time, I really didn't know anything about powerlifting.
Yeah,
it was just
and-
me being a strong guy. You know what I mean? Just
And you're into
and my
technical
probably
stuff
my
as well.
technique was completely shit. I'll be honest with you.
Well, plus you're doing a lot of cardio shit as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've
that's-
always been so you guys are. I mean, anybody listening to this podcast, I'm a part-time powerlifter, so I don't dedicate 100% of my time to only powerlifting. I do a mixed martial arts. I do strength conditioning, so that takes a lot of my time.
Yeah.
Now, in the last probably year and a half, I focused a little bit more on the powerlifting. I wanted to do a meet just to shut up everybody, shut the fuck up everybody, and because they said it couldn't be done. They said I couldn't put up powerlifting numbers and still do the shit that I
Respectable
do.
numbers.
Yeah, respectable numbers and still do the things that I did. The last meet I did was November. I only did a 10-week prep for it. I ended up breaking USPA, of course. I ended up breaking all the Submasters 242 class state records, which weren't my best numbers by no means. I actually have a lesion in my left femur, which I didn't know about. I've had it for the last 2 years. In the beginning of the year were probably my best numbers, where I had a 500 bench. I did 500 bench, 715 dead, and 625, 630 squat.
Yeah, walked out reps or something.
Yeah, of course.
Sleeves.
Walk out sleeves. Yeah.
That was sleeves. I've never used wraps, to be honest with you, never. I'm always afraid. I've been afraid of it because I don't have someone here that can wrap me good and really know how to do it on a regular basis. So it's always been a fear of mine to put more weight than I could, and then you end up fucking yourself up.
That's why I like wraps, because you gotta think of them as like a tool.
Yeah.
You're adding weight that your body cannot handle.
Yes.
If you use them like that, then I feel you get way more benefit out of them. But I totally understand what you're saying. Like, if I chose to be, like, great in sleeves,
Yeah.
I would go out there and do that because reps suck.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's scary. If you
Yeah, I
have
don't like
somebody,
raps as well. The only reason I rap is because Tom rapped me.
Yeah.
but because he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's what
when
I'm
Tom
saying.
stopped rapping me, I was like,
Yeah.
well, I gotta go in sleeves now because I don't know how to rap.
Yeah. If you have somebody that they know how to rap, they know what they're doing, you trust them.
You know how to hit those raps correctly.
Yes, do it the right way. Then okay, then you can.
Different
But
story.
yeah, for me, I don't have anybody that can do that for me on a regular basis, and then I travel all the time. I'm always
So
training
it's
in
easier to
different.
throw some sleeves on a squat.
Until my gym now, I was training in 3 or 4 different gyms here in Miami on a regular basis.
Right.
Depending on what I was doing for the day. So there's no way that I could be consistent in reps. And you end up wrapping your shit wrong one day, put too much weight on there, and there goes your quad.
Yeah,
what I
you're
mean?
done for
Just
6
little quad.
months, at least, like right after that, you a good tear.
Yeah, not only that, but then the next day I go do, let's say, some explosive jumping, and I went too hard on the squatting, and boom, you blow up a hammy or blow something like that. You gotta be careful, man. And I'm 40. I just turned 40 2 weeks ago. A lot of people think that I'm 30, 32, 33, and I'm like, bro.
Honestly, I don't
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were 40. I don't know.
What an asshole!
And first off, why was I not invited to your 40th birthday party?
I didn't have one.
Why?
Because I was too damn busy building machines 13 hours a day.
Your new beautiful girlfriend.
So if you guys ever come to my gym, so you understand, I spent 8 weeks building every single machine.
Their gym's awesome.
Yeah,
We
building
just
every
trained-
single
well, I didn't
machine
train
by
you.
hand. Because they came in boxes and I had to build them out.
My favorite parts of bathrooms.
No, your bathrooms are awesome.
You like the bathrooms? Thank you very much.
And I love how it says number 1 and number 2 on there. I've been pressing number 1.
Yeah.
Dan Bell's been pressing number 2. I can tell.
Yeah, that was probably the biggest complaint in this gym when I first came here was the bathrooms. The bathrooms
no,
were
they're
filled
very
up.
good now.
The walls were they had mildew on the walls. There was things that were so I renovated the entire both bathrooms. I made them bigger to have like a locker room and then change showers and all that. So I'm pretty proud. I mean, I'm pretty proud of my bathrooms.
The bathrooms are fucking good. Except for Dan Bell shit in them.
Yeah, well now it's not good. You can renovate it again, but
They're not good
Thanks,
anymore.
Dan. I appreciate you. As long as you left your mark.
Dan Bell
that's
shit's
all
like
that
a
matters.
goddamn dinosaur.
shit, footballs.
But I'm pretty proud of my bathroom. Well, you know as well as I know, you go to some of these gyms, and it's great to have a hardcore gym.
Oh, jeez.
But when you gotta,
It's a hardcore bathroom as well.
when you gotta get a tetanus shot to go into the bathroom.
Right.
That's not
Bell
good.
Central.
Nobody wants to sit down on a fucking toilet that looks like it's it's shit full of shit or
Yeah,
piss.
exactly.
That's not fun.
Me and Tom have been in some of those gyms. And we've seen some hardcore bathrooms, I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, we had a couple complaints because we have a lot of people that they work in the area, in the Brickell area, that come in the mornings. So our biggest complaint was, I need to come in the morning and shower,
Right, yeah.
and our shower, some of the tiles were broken. They were,
that's looking at your feet.
so you cut your feet up. So people complain about that. So that was like my first thing. I was like, all right, I'm gonna fix all the tile, put new tile, put everything new.
12 years of use and abuse.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. The bin has been going for about. It's been open for 15 years now, and we've been in this location for 10 years. And in the other location, we were there for about 2 or 3 years. It was a smaller gym, and we moved it over here to make it bigger.
So you've been at this gym though for a couple of years, correct?
I've been training out of this gym consistently now for 6-7 years.
So everybody that's seen you on the videos, this rear world tactical guy, it's at this gym.
Correct.
And now
in the
you're
parking lot.
Yeah, pretty much on the parking lot. I always train on the parking lot or up the second floor. Sometimes even inside here, I would set up stuff.
you still train in the parking lot right there, right?
Absolutely.
Well, I saw Tom peeing.
Yeah.
Just wondering.
We're just right now the other outside of the gym on the west side of the gym. We just finished painting it. Now I have to.
Yeah, you got your picture on the side.
Huh?
You got
Yes.
your giant picture of
Yeah.
real world tactical on the side, man.
I had a guy named Ben.
You did a good job.
Yeah,
Looks
man.
good.
His name
Yeah,
is
I know.
Zarb Full Color on Instagram. Great guy. I flew him out from France, actually. He's a muralist from France.
What
I had him here for 20
Hold on a
days.
second. The French are
and,
assholes, I thought.
Yeah, no, this guy is the nicest dude you'll ever meet.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Did he
man.
come to the shed and draw a mural of me?
Yeah, he could, absolutely.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get his number.
Build
Yeah.
it to real world. The real world's I put on his desk.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Tony will pay for it. He good.
That's on Tony, my friend.
He didn't only do this mural. He did the mural. He did the ramp. You guys saw the ramp. He did Dragon Ball Z on the side of the gym as well.
No,
So he did a
Oh, he did the ramp?
He did the ramp. You can see the ramp?
Dude, the ramp is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
The ramp reminds, so Tony's gym has a ramp that goes up to the second floor, which is all the,
Instead of stairs.
well, it's like it's not a set of stairs, it's a ramp.
Instead of stairs.
Oh, I
Well, we
think
have
so.
stairs too. You just
Oh,
guys,
yeah.
you haven't see it on the other
Oh,
side.
it's awesome. It's like going onto a spaceship. Dude, I fucking love it, man. That is, that's one of my favorite parts of the gym.
It's fun until you have to like actually train and then go
Yeah,
up
then
the ramp.
your
you know,
legs
which
hurt,
is-
yeah.
I don't think going up would be bad. Going down.
Going-
After a good
Going
leg day.
down.
Well, when you're
Just walk down.
400 fucking pounds, yeah, and going up or down, it's gonna kill you.
Oh shit.
But our MMA people, they use like they do like round robins,
Yeah.
where they'll go down the stairs, up the ramp, and then up the ramp, down the stairs. You know, they do a lot of that stuff.
Oh, nice.
For the
Oh,
conditioning.
that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
That elevation.
Yeah, the elevation, and you know, it's a little bit mixing, a little bit hard, especially if you're pulling anything up it.
Big
You know.
Or wearing a vest.
They have some. There's a couple parks here in Miami that have pretty big hills. So I've done a couple of trainings where I've flipped tires up the hill, pulled stuff up the hill. Those are killers, especially if you do it during summertime here in Miami.
Yeah.
It'll destroy you. You know that and the beach. The beach in the summertime too is a killer.
Yeah. Walking around for Dan's a killer. Just moving.
Oh yeah. Well, you know.
I got a comedy to do it really quick. Like I was really surprised. Like, cause I moved down here in March last year, and just like I knew the summer was gonna suck. I knew it, but I was accepting it. And like I thought I took it with a good head of steam. And like now it's just like it's
You're used to it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, Dan's an Illinois redneck, you know, he's not used to these.
Well, I'm sure like being 70 degrees year round, it's gotta be
It's gorgeous.
a huge.
I couldn't
yeah.
ask for a better
I know.
place to live.
Bullshit. You said the fall sucks here.
Compared to
Well, they don't
Illinois
have
fall.
fall.
Because that's snow.
We don't have snow. We don't have fall down here.
I know, you missed the fall, you said.
I do. I miss it.
Yeah, you missed the football smell, you know, the grass, the leaves.
Exactly.
What do you got down here?
Beautiful summer.
Year round. Where you don't have to shovel snow, you don't have to worry about 0-degree weather every day.
That's another thing. Tom, Karen is upset because it's snowing, and I haven't plowed the snow, and I've been gone for a week.
I'm sure.
Someone else a flower.
What? Dude!
All of my,
You don't know the red
all my
line.
friends from the Marine Corps when I was in the Marines, and I have a lot of buddies that lived in New York, New Jersey, New York, and
Same,
most of them
similar.
have all moved to Florida because,
Yeah.
bro, they get. My buddies were like, bro, it gets tiring having to wake up 2 hours early every day to go to work.
To shovel yourself out.
snow, to shovel out, to get the car turned on early because you know, and you know,
Make
Oh,
sure
yeah.
it's warm.
bro.
Oh, no.
Here you like, boom.
That's everyday life for us.
I started the car twice. I stand in the bathroom upstairs.
You know, that's
Turn the
15
car
minutes.
on.
Yeah. So you gotta do it again. It's another 15 minutes.
Right, just so it's warm enough.
Standing in the bathroom, my ass. He's probably having sex in the bathroom and then gonna squat.
Oh, silly.
Putting salt, you guys have to put salt on the sidewalk and all that shit too.
Oh, yeah.
Every time. Think about the way
This guy
you
never
look at
put
it is
salt on the
like,
sidewalk in his life.
oh, never.
Lucky.
All that time that you spent your entire life, if you would accumulate all those hours,
Oh, exactly.
Come on, stop telling us this.
think about how much time you wasted on that.
I say waste it. It's part of life.
It makes you stronger.
Shoveling snow
right?
is a quality. It,
No, part of life. It's
What, made us
it's
stronger?
part of life, but think about all the things you could have been doing.
Exactly. Your bandwidth.
Yeah.
I'm a
No,
And,
no.
and not only that, but it's like in the morning you could have just been sleeping.
But realistically,
Yeah, it's like if you go to work at 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, you could have woken up at like 6:45 instead of waking up at 5:30.
but realistically, what's he gonna be doing? He's gonna get stronger that way, correct? Is he
Sleeping.
shoveling snow?
Well, yeah, so
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, but you also sleep better to recover better. You
I
know?
like it. I like it.
Yeah,
I
right.
like it.
Well, I mean, we were talking about this recently.
Yeah, exactly.
What is the difference between the strength athletes now and why they're breaking all these world records compared to, let's say, 10 years ago? And it's the recovery, the knowledge of how to recover properly.
Same with every sport, too.
Yeah, in every sport. You have all these guys breaking all these world records that were held by these guys for what, 10, 15 years?
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden now in this
Constantly.
in this era, we've come
Especially
across like people that are just smashing everything. And I'm a firm believer that it's the foam rolling, the recovery factor, everything we know about how the body recovers and how it's helping, the deloads, the this and that you didn't know they were. What do? You get hurt in 1995. You would get hurt. Say, oh, I'm okay. And
me.
fucking.
Or you can just be able to talk to a guy at the gym. You can't go Google. You can't go, oh, what's a good YouTube for my back? I don't know. Let's go to Finn's, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The information is just so much better.
It's so much better, easier.
Right.
Back then it was what, Britannica? Encyclopedia?
I thought alcohol always solved everything. I'm still on that. I'm back in 1988.
They probably use
like
the
you care about
Britannica as a board press instead of fucking instead of reading the motherfuckers.
God damn it.
Oh, dude.
But I'm a firm believer in that. I think that has a lot to do with it because even me at 40 years old in the late 90s, I was 19, 20, whatever. Nobody foam rolling.
No,
What was that?
yeah. Unheard of.
Back then it was like get as big as you could,
Right.
be as strong as you can.
I'm still that
and,
way.
yeah, and rest. What do you mean rest? There's no resting.
I've never rested in my life. I'm still stuck in 1995. I am. I'm sorry, I am.
Yeah, you know.
Even 2014, 2015, when I was first coming into it, like,
Just the last couple of years, it has gotten a lot more. Like
tons of
rehabbing shit with your buddy. John
The
Jones,
information
or
out
whatever.
there is
You know.
just so much.
That's big. I really do believe that it has a lot to do with why the numbers just keep going up and up.
Yeah, but talk about this guy. He doesn't do anything. He
Yeah,
drinks-
Dan Bell has sex and drinks Coors Light.
That's what he told us on the last podcast. I asked him, you know, what does it take to be like the number one, had the best, you know, total of all time? And he told me Coors Light and having sex right before a meet. I mean, both those, which is science. Science tell us
Tell us
what?
no.
It says no sex,
Only edging.
no only edging, and no alcohol, eat well, blah, 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 rest. This guy drinks like a case of beer, goes out and sets the all-time world record. Now, how do you explain that?
Yeah, but you didn't drink a case of beer the day before.
No, of course not.
But you drink a case
Yeah,
of
let's be
beer,
honest,
you
let's be
swallow
honest.
it, doesn't it?
I cut booze out probably 2-3 weeks beforehand.
You cut everything out.
2 weeks out.
Yeah, I wouldn't drink.
No.
I just like had a strict discipline.
Yes.
Taking all the supplements I needed to. And
Like creatine and stuff?
right.
Yeah.
And then but
Creatine, steak and chicken.
I was taking some creatine from Never Been Stronger. They got some quality creatine.
Yeah, they got good shit.
But I had to slow down on it because I was like, I couldn't drink enough water. As being the larger person as I was, I couldn't drink enough water to not cramp while I was on it. Like, of course, it amplified all of my blood vessels. It did exactly what creatine's supposed to do.
Yeah.
Like, it worked great, but I just couldn't drink enough water
You
not to
couldn't- yeah, you
cramp.
couldn't stay hydrated
And like,
enough.
I don't know about you guys, but I wake up screaming and crying like a 13-year-old if I got a calf paper in the middle.
Oh, I
Yeah,
do.
right.
Like a hamstring one?
Yeah.
Hamstring, toes, you know what I mean? The
Hamstring's
calf.
worse.
Especially when you're having
Yeah.
sex or something.
Oh, yeah.
Am I the only one? I mean, I roll over immediately like, okay, how about time?
This is horrible. Just write it.
Ride it out.
I quit. Go ahead.
Tap out right now. Leg goes fucking straight as hell. But you did tell us earlier you drink a lot of beer
In preparation.
in preparation for a meeting.
There isn't a day of the week that I don't want to have a beer. Like, I enjoy having a beer, but I don't drink like 30.
Right.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Yeah.
So a lot of people on the internet think I drink 30 beers a day as well.
No, you don't.
Which I don't.
You drink like 27.
I'd say 20 cases.
Not 30. Well, we cut it off at 27, and that's about what I drink.
We have a
every day.
100 cut off
Yeah.
is a case.
What was it normally? Like a 5-can night turns into a 10-can night, and it's fine.
When shit happens.
Right.
Yeah, but you're also 400 fucking pounds. So you can't. A guy who's half your weight, you can't be drinking the same amount of beer.
Just like
as
Andre
you
the
do.
Giant, you know? Remember him? He
I
drank.
mean, it's like, okay. I mean, beer in itself, does it dehydrate you? Yeah, to a
Yes.
certain extent. But it doesn't dehydrate you like alcohol does.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Alcohol, like
Yeah.
straight alcohol, liquor. You know, liquor is, I'm sorry, not alcohol. Liquor itself will dehydrate you worse than,
That's why I always promoted beer ahead of liquor.
Yeah.
So my dad taught me at a young age, what you said earlier, you don't see a lot of old whiskey drinkers
Yeah.
out there, correct?
Yeah, right.
You see a lot of old beer drinkers out there because the whiskey drinkers are all dead.
Yeah, because the liver.
Tears them up. Tears
Exactly.
them up.
So we have some
Well, that's another
lights.
big thing too, the liver factor.
Exactly.
If you're
Oh, yeah.
drinking and taking supplements at the same exact
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
that's gonna take a huge effect on you, especially if you're taking orals. You know what I mean?
November
Yeah.
last year, the 12th was the weekend that my parents were here. And we went to Doobie Brothers concert in St. Augustine.
Doobie Brothers, guys.
Of of course. Like, my parents were stoked about it. They're fucking.
Oh yeah, Doobie Brothers,
It
baby.
was on a Wednesday.
Yeah, they were fucking
I remember
lovers
my
in the
dad had
70s.
the 8-track of the Doobie Brothers. I legit remember that.
Oh, yeah.
8-track.
Wow.
And
Huge.
So we were in St. Augustine eating at Harry's, like the shrimp and grits, best thing on the menu. Fancy place, but super nice. And we're like, hey, I was like, we gotta go. There's an Uber outside. He's like, where are we going? I was like, oh, Doobie Brothers concert. My old man's eyes got fucking big as hell. He's like, what? And I've never seen my
Well, I
dad.
know Dan Bell's dad is awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can picture it in my head
He
right
drank
now.
vodka with you and.
Oh yeah, I know he did.
He's a but so.
And your mom's the same way. Your mom's a sweetheart.
Shoulders, 2 hips. The guy works 120 hours a week and he just doesn't know how to stop.
Yeah.
But it's its own company, his family, born and bred. Like
Bell Trucking.
Right. Exactly.
Bell Trucking?
Yeah.
You want to sponsor us?
And you
Yes,
know what?
I-
And I guarantee you, he's gonna work till the.
Till the day he goes. I
Yeah.
guarantee it. But if you be one of those guys who go to the.
Yeah, but those guys are usually the ones that last the
Last
longest.
longest, exactly.
Because they're constantly moving.
Moving.
You know what I mean?
Once you stop moving, you're dead.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's either, I mean,
Believe it or
in
not,
law enforcement, I would say like this. I see a lot, what we saw a lot was couples, for example, marriage. If a couple was married 40, 50 years and one of the two would go, like one of them would pass away, let's say 70s or 80s,
Yeah.
the other one within 4 or 5 months would go.
Oh, yeah,
Just
yeah,
because
yeah.
they lost, at that age,
They're
you don't have
dry.
someone there with you, like
Exactly.
support.
This is the reason I get up every morning.
I'm in
Yeah.
law enforcement, and they say our lifespan is only 62.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, a lot of law enforcement, because of the adrenaline that you're constantly exposed
Rush,
to,
yeah.
your body adjusts to that adrenaline. So once you retire out, if you don't continue to do something else, your body kind of like it starts going spiral
You
down.
just
So
gotta
within
start
3 to 4
skydiving.
years, you usually have a heart attack.
Yeah.
Your body, yeah.
Yeah, I
That happens a
know.
lot. Happens a lot.
You gotta start skydiving after you retire, bro.
Yeah. yeah.
I'll get for anything, brother.
It was, I would
I'm
say
always-
for me,
I've always been crazy. That's what's kept me from going insane, brother.
yeah, down here in Miami, I was exposed to a lot. So we had the car chases, the foot
Oh,
chases,
yeah.
the fighting, the shooting.
So you were.
Yeah, talk to people who don't know. Well, I mean, I
So-
think you
Hold on,
were a
first off,
Marine.
Tom, what's his
Yeah.
name? We even told him.
Yeah, we're a little tactical.
What's his
I got his birth certificate.
Who the hell is that guy?
You had his birth certificate over there?
Yeah.
It's-
I don't even know how to say his last name. Tony Sent.
Yeah.
It's Tony Sent Manat. All right. So
Sent-Manat.
yes,
I was close.
I'm a Marine Corps vet. I did 4 years in the Marine Corps. And I did 15 years law enforcement out of Miami-Dade County. I worked for City Hialeah, which is the 5th largest city in the state of
Oh
Florida.
shit.
We're the heart. If you were to say in Miami, we're the heart of the Dade County. So we're right in the middle.
And Dade County is a terrible county, correct?
Yeah, it is. It is very, very high crime
Oh, yeah.
rate.
Stitches always talks about
Miami-Dade County, to my knowledge, is the second or third largest county in the country.
Yeah.
Police-wise. So
really?
they're like one of the biggest. I did SWAT operations most of my career. I was part of a full-time SWAT team called Crime Suppression Unit. I retired in 2016. I started the company 2 years before that. A lot of people ask me, like, why Real World Tactical?
Yeah.
Originally,
Well, hold on. Originally, you were on The Real World, 1990 or 2001, right? On MTV.
I was on the Real World MTV.
That's where I knew
was
it
on
from,
the Real World
goddammit.
MTV. It started off as only a firearms tactical training company. When I first started Real World Tactical, that's what it was supposed to be, just tactical training firearms.
Yeah.
It was never supposed to be fitness. Instagram came alive, and I started doing videos, and one day I decided to do a video of me doing fitness.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
wanted to show a fitness video. What I did, because I've been doing fitness my entire life, and it did very well. It went viral. I did another video, did very well, went viral. At this time, it was in 2014. It's not like it is now. It's a different animal now. Obviously, 6 years later. So I was lucky in the sense of people liked my content. They liked the type of training that I was doing.
Yeah.
And you got in it at the right time, too.
Correct.
I got in at the right time. At that time, when I got in, the only guys really that were named for themselves at that time were like the Bradley Martin. You had the Bradley Martin guys. You had Samoan Panda.
Yeah.
Some of the guys that have like 2, 3, 4
Right.
million now.
I wish
those
I got
guys,
in then.
and those guys were probably in the high 100,000s to like the million at that time. Plus, they had like a big YouTube.
Right.
YouTube has been around probably I want to say 3 or 4 years before
I wanna-
Instagram came.
I want to say almost YouTube was bigger than Instagram to start with.
Well,
Yeah,
it was.
absolutely. Yeah, YouTube.
So I thought when I got Instagram, I thought it was for. I swear to God, I thought it was for females. I thought it was for women that took pictures for art stuff, because they originally didn't have video.
well, it was
in the very
15
beginning.
seconds.
Correct.
Yes.
No, I'm saying before that.
Oh, I don't know
No,
how I
just
started.
pictures.
Yeah, when I started Instagram in 2014, the videos were at 15-second
Yeah,
videos.
yep, I remember that.
So it was like hit you know, it was a quick, yeah, it was
Yeah.
quick, and then it was clips of like 5 seconds, 6 seconds. So it was like what I call that a hit and run. You know, literally people are just like 50-second scroll, 50-second scroll. Then after a while, it went to a minute, and then now they have the IGTV and all that stuff to compete
Yeah, now
with.
it's
But yeah,
crazy,
it's ridiculous. But in that era, it wasn't that many people on. It was still coming up and up. So I was lucky. I was fortunate enough to be able to get my following early on.
Yeah,
You know,
What the hell would be calling here at this hour?
and so
It's his girlfriend. Tony, it's time to go. You know that podcast yet?
so I got lucky, man, and people like my content. I still do all the law enforcement training.
For Miami?
Yeah, no, I travel the country
Oh,
doing
really?
firearms training.
Well, he was up in fucking Illinois at one point. I saw a
Yeah,
fire
Utah,
Like, I know this idiot.
Illinois. I've
You're like
traveled
the
the
scout
country.
crew one day.
I teach
I was gonna show up.
civilians, LE, you know, military,
Yeah.
so I do everything. Yeah, I don't on Instagram or my social media. I don't push it as much just because of the algorithm and they're very
Yeah,
against.
those, shadow ban.
Yeah, they're very against guns and all that now.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I sparingly post it. I don't post it all the time. I do a lot more fitness, I would say. But it is part of my company that a lot of people don't even know about. You know, and it's I've been a firearms instructor for 20 years, combatives instructor for 20 years. I've been doing mixed martial arts. Wow, since I was 4 years old. So it's gonna be 34, 36 years.
Fucking 4 years old.
Yeah, I started in hardstyle Japanese karate, Shituru. Got my first black belt by the time I was 10 years old. And then
Don't want to mess with this dude.
I'm not putting a hot
Yeah,
bottle
I
in
just-
this guy's eye.
He's gonna choke your ass out.
It's always been my passion. I've
minus
always
5
loved,
seconds.
you know, and even when the UFC started in the early '90s, it was a big thing for me. You know,
Oh.
I
Why did you never get into something like that?
I started when I got out of the Marine Corps. I was going to become a pro. I was going to go pro, and I had just became a cop.
Yeah.
I was making good money. I was
Here in Miami.
it was
Miami-Dade.
overtime. The way cops make their money is overtime and off duties.
Oh, yeah.
So I was a worker, man. I was working so
Right.
much, you know. I was working 70, 80-hour work weeks, and you were forced over at that time. They didn't ask you to want overtime.
mandates.
They mandate you overtime.
Yep.
And I would literally train. I was training about maybe 4 times a week, an hour and a half to 2 hours in MMA. At that time, I was training out of Nogueras, which when Atari Noguera had his school down here in Miami, in Brickell.
I know that.
And Big Nog, Little Nog, they were huge back then. And he was a world champion, a UFC fighter at one point, former world champion. And I was going to become pro. I was going to start fighting pro.
Yeah.
All the guys I trained with were pro guys. And I saw the way that they were living. For me to become pro, I literally had to dedicate.
Everything.
Yeah, bro. At that time,
Well,
all
to
the
become the
Brazilians-
best, you gotta
all the,
dedicate
well,
everything.
the truth, the thing is that at that time, you know,
Anything.
these Brazilian guys were coming from Brazil to
Right.
Miami, and they were eating, sleeping, and drinking mixed martial arts.
Right.
They would wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. They had no job. They had nothing. They spent fucking 15 hours in the goddamn dojo on the mats training mixed martial arts.
Yeah.
So I knew to compete against that, I had to become like
You
that.
gotta do the same.
Yeah, I had to do the same.
Or you're not gonna
But
win.
at the same time,
You have a
those
job.
guys were living, 5 of them, to an efficiency with 1 car, you know, barely making rent, barely having food to eat. They had no money. They were teaching to make ends meet. And I had a new car, bills, rent payment, and all this shit. And I knew that if I tried to become pro, I wasn't going to have any money for that.
Yeah,
You know, so I had
There
to make a
wasn't even
choice.
that
It was
much
either be
money
a
at the
cop
time.
or, you know, pro MMA. And I was already making good money. I was like, fuck that. I'm not going to live like
And there
shit.
wasn't that much money in it at the time, correct?
No, absolutely
No.
not.
I mean,
Absolutely not.
nowadays it's huge.
Yeah.
I mean-
and but listen.
Yeah.
And let's
If it was nowadays,
let's not get that twisted. People think it's huge, but the guys really making money in the UFC or making big money are probably the top 3, top 4 guys.
True.
Because everyone else, they have no lie, they're barely breaking 6 figures. they have a 3-year contract, 2 or 3 fights, and they're making 30 grand a fight, 40 grand a fight, with a $10,000 knockout incentive. You know what I mean?
And they don't
so they're
have-
not really making a ton of money.
And they don't have, I don't know if this is true or not, but Reebok sponsored them, so they can't put their sponsors like UFC anymore. And that was big.
UFC.
So a lot of guys went to Bellator because of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
You're 100% correct.
Yeah.
UFC controls a lot of their sponsorships. So only certain exclusive sponsors, can be had. You can't. Back in the day, it was like when the guy would come out, you would see like a big poster,
Right.
And they had all their sponsors on that
Yeah, the
poster.
trunks and everything else.
Yeah, so these sponsors would pay money to come out on TV. You can't do that anymore. Not on UFC. Now Bellator still allows you to do that.
Yeah.
So a lot of guys have been moving from UFC to Bellator. But at the end of the day, everybody knows UFC is the big dog.
Right.
You know, and it's where the money's at. So it's like a give and take.
Well, who's your favorite fighter? Right
Huh?
now, currently, who's your favorite fighter?
Oh man, my favorite fighter.
It's
Wow.
almost asked for
It's hard to say, man, but I would tell you probably John Jones.
John Bones Jones.
John Bones.
I like
Jones.
him.
He is.
I met him 3 years ago at the Arnold, and he was a good dude.
No, he
So I'll
is.
never forget it.
He is a super nice guy. Super genuine, humble dude.
No, he is.
Obviously, like every other fighter out there, he's got to play the game, and he plays the game of the social media and all that stuff. And he has to. No bullshit. He's probably the best pound for pound fighter.
I think he is.
Yeah, hands down to me. And his style of fighting, I like it. He reminds me a lot of like the Anderson Silva era, where Anderson Silva was like, at that time. Except for he's a little bit more of a banger than Anderson Silva.
Which
Anderson
I like.
Silva,
I like the bang.
Exactly.
Makes for
Anderson Silva was more of a, he was more of a, he moved it around a lot, he moves around. But, that's my opinion. You're going to have a lot of guys that have different opinions on who the best is or whatever. And a lot of guys talk a lot of shit about him not popping on certain tests and all that bullshit. But listen, at the end of the day, I tell people all the time, I don't give a fuck what you say or what you want to talk about. I don't care what drug you take or whatever. When you're at that elite level, when you're at that elite level, I would say the only real drug that is going to help you in the MMA world is probably blood doping, which is EPO, like where you're changing out your blood and all
Oxygen
that.
shit.
Yeah, the oxygen stuff, because it's just going to give you a cardio edge, a conditioning edge, right?
exactly.
But when you're talking about regular other types of injectables, is it going to make you stronger? Is it going to make you faster? Yeah, but is the other guy's punch still going to hit you in the face and knock you the fuck out? Yeah, it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't give a fuck how strong you are or whatever it is. If the other guy punches you in your face, you're still going to get knocked the fuck out. If he hits you in your light switch, you're going down. So it's not like, where a strength sport is a strength sport. Now you're talking about skill.
Yeah.
How much skill you have as a fighter compared to where everything else is just green. It's what do you call that? White and black. There's a lot of gray area in the mixed martial arts world where it comes to skill. Because you can have all the drugs in the world, but if you have no skill, then you're fucking worthless for all the drugs in the world.
Right.
So it comes down to that level of how much skill you have. That's my personal opinion, guys. Hate it or love it. That's the way that I feel about it. Some guys will disagree with me. Some guys obviously feel like if you're taking any drugs, you're cheating the sport. To be honest with you, I've always been this man. I want to see action.
Yes.
I want to see.
Big time.
I'm there for the entertainment.
Everybody is.
You know what I mean?
So like football, everything, baseball,
like,
everything.
Guys
Okay.
take juice into